Hi, I hope everybody had a good spring break. I'm actually recording this the Friday before spring break because I don't plan on having to do any of this over the week. But looking into the future, I hope that we all had a good spring break. So we are back this week. Just a real quick word of warning. There's like 5 weeks left until the semester is over, and that last week is shorter, so it's like 4.5 weeks. So it's really tempting after we just had a break to kind of put it on cruise control from here on out. We've got a lot of points left, so just make sure that you don't do that too much. Make sure you stick with it, and then you can enjoy your summer a little bit more knowing that you finished strong, okay? All right, so big thing this week is exam 3. So that's going to cover chapter 8, which was the joint chapter, and chapter 9. There were 2 parts on that, but those were the muscles, all right? So it's going to be right off the bat from spring break. Monday group, you're going to take it on this Monday, April 5th. Group B, Wednesday, you'll take it on Wednesday, April 7th. All right, so just one thing on that. I know I mentioned if you were in class for lab, I've actually said I wasn't giving you any warning, but I've done this a few times. I mentioned in the Chapter 9 Part 1 video that there was going to be a question on the test about the cross-bridge cycle. I said that in lab before spring break, and now I'm giving you like one more reminder. Go back and make sure that you feel really comfortable with that. So in Part 1 of Chapter 9 on the muscles, we talk about the cross-bridge cycle. There's 4 steps where actin and myosin are going to join with each other, and it's going to cause contraction to take place. That will be your bonus for this test. It will be a essay, basically, question that says, explain the steps of the cross-bridge cycle. Listen, just how upfront I'm going to be. I will read it to you right now. In detail, explain the cross-bridge cycle. So there's 4 steps. Make sure you know all the steps. How does this allow muscle tissue to contract? You need to know those 4 steps. I don't care if it's in like word for word. I just want in your own words what happens in those 4 steps. And then when you're done with that, tell me like in general, how do those steps, how does that action cause your muscles to contract? All right? So that's your warning. I'm telling you it's going to be on there. That's your bonus for this test. So we'll take the test at 8 o'clock regular class time. Now, what I'm going to do, just like we did after the bones test, I'm going to leave the lab open. So when we're done, if you would like to, you can go to the lab. And then as soon as everyone's done taking the test, I'll join you in the lab. And if you've got any questions or if there's anything I can go over, I'll be glad to do that too. All right? Just a heads up, I know it's been a couple weeks since we've had lab, so those head and shoulders and then the arm models, I would really recommend, even if it just takes 15 or 20 minutes, to go in the lab when we're done with the test. Make sure you still feel really comfortable about where you can find all those muscles. And if you got any questions, as soon as I'm in there, when everyone's done with the test, I'll help you out with that. Okay? The only other thing, I guess, this week, because we don't have any labs, there's no Connect assignments, but the only other thing, and this is a big one, I wanted to give you a heads up that next Thursday, so that's March the 15th, that is the deadline to withdraw from spring classes. So what that means is up until Thursday, you can withdraw from classes if your grade's not where it needs to be, if you're whatever, you can drop classes and withdraw, and it won't affect your GPA or anything like that. You don't get credit for the class, obviously, but it won't show whatever grade. Okay, most of you are doing good. Like this is, I've been surprised. This has been a really good class. But if you have any questions about your grade, see me sometime this week, and it'll take like less than a minute. I can figure out these are the grades you need to make from here on out if you're wanting to finish with an A or a B or a C or whatever grade you're shooting for. I can let you know what you're going to have to make from here on out to do that. All right. So I guess that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Just prepare for this test. Get ready. This is your last big grade that you can put in your grade book before the day to withdraw. So if you're worried about your grade, first thing is get ready for exam 3 and do as good as you can on that test. And then after we get that in your grade book, we can sit down and look and see this is what you're going to need to make. All right. Let me know if you need anything, and I'll be glad to help. Thank you.